In this video we're going to discover how we can add multiple autoresponders into ARP Reach and then have our contacts that are subscribed to the first autoresponder sequence automatically be moved to the second, third, fourth, fifth for an unlimited number of autoresponders. For this example, you'll see that we have onboarding 1, onboarding 2, onboarding 3, etc. within the autoresponder sections. I've added one message to each of these autoresponders, and we've already used this, and the process is that you would add or import contacts into the first autoresponder. They would receive the message, and then as soon as the message has been sent to those contacts, the contacts are then automatically moved to the second autoresponder where they receive that message sequence. And there can be more than one message in the autoresponder. So to start with, let's go into the settings of the first autoresponder. And within the general settings, you would set this up as you would any normal autoresponder. And within the options, this is where the first part of the magic happens. The action to take when all messages are sent, you would generally set it to either remain active so that you could add additional messages, or set to finished. But in this case, we're going to select the option to change the autoresponder. And when you do this, a new drop down will appear, and it gives you the ability to select which autoresponder you want to move your contacts to once they have completed receiving the message sequence, and also which starting message you want the contacts that are moved to the next autoresponder, what message you want them to receive. You also have drop rules, and that will become more apparent in the second autoresponder. So essentially, set up your autoresponder as you would normally. You need to obviously have set up the second autoresponder for the capability to move the contact from the first autoresponder to the second, and then you set that here with the action all messages sent. So let me now go to the second autoresponder in this sequence. We come on to settings, we come into the options, and you can see here that the option that I've got is change autoresponder, and this is going to then move the contacts once they've received the message sequence in autoresponder 2 to autoresponder 3. The difference here is, being that this is the second in a sequence, we also want to drop the subscription for the contact from the first autoresponder. So within the drop rules, simply select in the checkbox the autoresponder name that corresponds to the preceding autoresponder sequence. And what this will do is it will drop that contact from the previous autoresponder, in this case 1, and it will also remove any records within a contact's record that they have been added to the first autoresponder and the second. And I'll show you how that looks now. So here we are looking at the contacts, and all of the contacts in autoresponder 3, and what we have here is the subscriptions, and you can see if we click on one, this is one that's failed, that there is just one autoresponder there, showing that that person has been moved onto autoresponder 3. If we don't put the drop rule in, what will happen is the contact will move from autoresponder 1 to 2 to 3, and there will be a history that you would keep showing that that person is still a member of autoresponder 1, 2 and 3. So the options that you have by not selecting that drop autoresponder is to move your contact from one autoresponder sequence to the second. By adding the drop rule, you remove them from the first autoresponder message, so if they have, or if you add any additional messages to the previous autoresponder, they won't get it. In this part of the video, we're going to look at the first autoresponder, and specifically we're going to look at the messages that we've got. And as you can see, the contacts appear to have got 0 because the contacts have moved from autoresponder 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, etc. But when we come into the messages, we can see in this element here that in this case 1808 contacts have received that message before being moved over to the second autoresponder, and our reports for the autoresponder will show the total number of emails sent from autoresponder 1 and your open rates as you go through the process. So even though you have moved the contacts from autoresponder 1 to 2 and on to 3, it will still retain all of your sending details for each message that you have added to each autoresponder. Thanks for watching.